Hi there, I'm here with Sarah Burnell, and she is a Grinnell College student athlete, member of the women's track and field team, and this week was named the Midwest Conference Women's Track Performer of the Week. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Did that come as a surprise to you?
A little bit, just because there were a lot of other good performances, especially at the Darren Young's meet. So, I don't know, yeah, a little bit of a surprise.
Well, obviously you've had a lot of success in your career here. You are a two-time Midwest Conference cross-country champion, and you've continued that success into your track seasons, including this one. At the Darren Young meet, as you had mentioned, you won the mile in 5:06:16, just shattered your own meet record from 2 years ago, which was 5:13. And then you were also on a very successful 4x400 meter relay team that ran the third fastest time in school history. So talk about the mile and how that went, that race.
Okay. Ben Raffleson, my coach, and I just sort of worked together on figuring out a pace for each lap and just focused on doing that for the first half. And then he said, the second half is all yours, sort of do what you want. But his plan worked great, and I just kind of stayed at that pace. And, you know, the last 400 or so sort of pushed a little bit more. But yeah, it was good. It was a fun race. Cornell has a really good runner, Abra, so we kind of stuck together, and yeah, sort of like push-pull system there.
That's interesting you mentioned her, because she was your big rival in cross country as well in terms of the conference, and I remember the conference meet where you had a really good race against her.
Yeah.
Talk about the 4x400 team's performance at the Darren Young meet.
All right, yeah. The 4x4 performance was great. That's the first time the four of us have run together. For me, at least, in 2 years. I haven't, because I was abroad last spring. So, and this was the first time that we all got together and like actually ran. And the day before the meet was the first time we had actually practiced handoffs. So it worked out pretty well, but it kind of comes back naturally to all of us. And I think Eloise and Christine and Emily, they all like have done the 4x4 last year. So they're kind of in a rhythm. And so adding me in was sort of, we were sort of unsure how it was going to go the first time, but it went really well, and that was exciting.
Now, the interesting thing is, those other three are all sprinters by trade, and I guess Eloise is a jumper as well.
Yeah.
You're a distance person, going down to run a 400, even though you do it very well. Is that difficult, going from the miles and the 800s down to a 400?
Yeah, we haven't started speed work training quite as much yet. We mainly been focusing on the endurance, so running the 400 it's just like a really long sprint. I finished and was like, oh my gosh, like we have not been doing this for a while. Yeah, but like I think my real strength is middle distance, and so the 400 is definitely a factor in that. So like I actually think it's a little bit more my cup of tea than the longer distances.
Sure.
So, yeah.
You had mentioned being abroad last year this time in Turkey. Yeah. How did that experience help you as you came back for your senior year here at Grinnell, both in the classroom, and did it help you in track and field at all in cross country?
Okay, yeah. Being abroad has a lot of benefits and like some downfalls, especially thinking about athletics and training. You just don't have the same facilities available. I did have a track to practice on, so I did some workouts, and like you just don't have the same routes or distances that you could do here. But I think it really benefited me both academically and athletically to take a break and sort of get a chance to relax and come back sort of refreshed and more motivated and determined to like really make this last year count and just have a lot of fun with my team. Being away from them is like, you really realize how much being part of a team is like where the real fun comes from and the real enjoyment of the sport. So,
what's your eventual goal by the end of this year? What would you like to have accomplished both indoors and outdoors?
I would definitely like to see myself hit my PRs and like therefore break a few records, of my own records. I'd really like to go to nationals, indoor and or outdoor. I feel like my second year I was kind of right on the bubble, and this year it's like we're kind of on the bubble, but it could be a possibility, so it'd be nice to sort of just like finally reach that in track.
Absolutely. Well, again, this is Sarah Burnell. She is this week's Midwest Conference Track Performer of the Week. Congratulations and good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.